Hello and welcome to Weekly Dosage of Power. I am Leon Chisholm, and it is my aim to share insights that may serve to empower you as you enter another week. Today we'll look at the subject, becoming your better self. Life gets better not by chance but by change. Are powerful words from legendary business philosopher Jim Rohn. We all exist as a being that is empowered by the life-sustaining source that exists outside of ourselves. For me, that source is God. I hope you believe the same. Our life comes to us as a gift. The good we use it to do is our gift to the world. The heart that wants good gifts should also be open to give good gifts. Yet we can only give good gifts continuously, only if we continue to be our best self. Being the best version of ourselves requires constant development. It is important that we realize we can only offer more value when we keep adding value to ourselves. We all want to be better, at least theoretically. Yet ever so often, our bar of goal, that is our best self, seem unreachable. Understanding the nature of goal and the condition that surrounds it before we're able to use it will serve us well in reaching that which seem unreachable. Often, gold has to be mined from deep beneath the earth, where it is covered by various impurities. In order to remove the impurities, the gold have to be heated at high temperatures to melt the impurities away. As the impurities are melted, gold, the harder and more precious substance, remains. Many of us have been hearing and doing so many negative things, which are the impurities in this case, that our bar of gold, our best self, has been buried deep in the earth, which is circumstances and our environment, that we need high temperatures, which is a worthy goal that is strong enough, that makes us desperate to attain it, in order to force us to develop ourselves. It is important to note that while the gold was covered with impurities, it was still very much gold. The same is true of us. While we may not have yet developed our gifts, within us lie all that is necessary for its development. Building the better you first begins with awareness. One needs to be cognizant of the fact that whatever stage you are in life, we all have the capacity to be more. I know this about you because we are all from the same source, God, a source of limitless possibilities. It is God, the limitless source, that breathes life into us. It is God that gives us the gift of life. It's a life with possibilities that cannot be exhausted. This means, up until the point that we breathe our last breath, we can become better than we are. Being aware of one's potential is great, but awareness alone does not move people. What moves people is great desire. A hunger in the soul not to accept what is, but to strive to make the unreal becoming real through passionate, principled, and persevering power. It is best described as a white hot desire. If you know anything about metallurgy, you will know that a white hot flame is the hottest flame you will find. At this level, metals are melted, and you cannot look at it with the naked eye. It is this sort of desire that surmounts all obstacles and stops at nothing to realize its objective. A strong desire comes through inspiration or desperation. I will pause here to say personally, if you are not inspired to be your best self, I wish for you enough troubles to make you desperate to do so. I know that might not be a nice thing to say, but the objective in communicating with you is not to be nice. The objective is for both you and I to realize that the world is better when we are better, and whatever is necessary to do so should be done. Reality check. Not many people are inspired to be their ultimate best self or desperate enough to do so. And even if they're inspired, they often don't know how to push past all the obstacles. I will make one suggestion to all who are not inspired enough. My suggestion is auto suggestion. Inspire yourself through talking to yourself. When I was young, I was told that talking to yourself is the first sign of madness. But I have also learned that madness is not too far from insanity. So maybe both are correct. And talking to yourself is very close to being a genius. Yet, if we're if we're really aware, we will realize that we're constantly talking to ourselves. The trouble is that our inner chatter is often too negative, and the results show up in our lives regardless of how hard we work. Just imagine if we were telling ourselves daily that we are powerful beyond measure and that the power of God resides in us and we will live it out daily. Imagine if our self talk was about what God has done for us and what He's doing in us and through us. Imagine the frame of mind we would be in as we approach the day, each day, every week. Rome was not built in a day. Neither is being our best self a one-day job. It will not happen by reading one book or an article or buying a product that promised to work wonders in 60 days. Yet we can all call upon the power that brings the world into existence to help us. That power is available to us, just like everyone that is living their best life. Being your best self is much like a universal cake. We're all entitled to our slice. How to accomplish this is a study in itself. And we're not all scholars. But there are some things we can do to ensure we better ourselves every day. It is not my intent to lecture anyone what to do with their lives. But I do know if we want to be better, we can be better. There might be several places to begin, but I believe